Today, we're diving into a really radical idea that's shaking up classrooms, and it all boils down to one question, a question that kind of gets to the very core of what school is even for.
So here it is. Can you teach a child to be happy? I mean, really think about that for a second. Is happiness a skill, something you can learn in a classroom, right alongside algebra or history? Or is it just something else entirely, something you can't really pin down? Okay, to really get why this question suddenly became so urgent, we have to start with this one kind of shocking number, 140. So what's that? Well, in the 2019 World Happiness Report, that was India's rank out of 155 countries. Yeah, and that single statistic, it was the spark that lit a fire for a huge new experiment.
But, this ranking wasn't just a one-off number. It was really a symptom of a much bigger, much broader problem. So to really understand the experiment that grew out of this, we've got to look at the trend that got everyone so worried in the first place. And this wasn't some slow, gradual thing. The drop was fast. I mean, look at this. In 2017, they were at 122nd. A year later, 2018, they'd fallen to 133rd. And then, bam, just 1 year later, down to 140th. This wasn't just a little dip, you guys. This was a massive red flag. A clear signal that there was a real crisis in well-being brewing.
And of course, this isn't really about numbers on a spreadsheet, right? This is about the real, everyday lives of young people. The world is just getting more and more competitive, and kids are feeling this insane pressure to succeed. And a lot of the time, their mental and emotional health is what pays the price. Their minds are just constantly ping-ponging between stressing about the past and getting anxious about the future. So what do you do about a problem like that? Well, in Delhi, the government decided to try something completely different. Something that puts a kid's well-being right at the heart of the school day. And they called it the happiness curriculum. It's exactly what it sounds like. We're talking a mandatory class every single day for every student from tiny kids in nursery all the way up to the 8th grade. And the focus? It's not on memorizing facts or formulas. It's all about developing those internal skills, self-awareness, mindfulness, learning how to handle your own emotions. And the vision for this was honestly massive. This wasn't just about making school a little bit nicer. The goal was to totally redefine what education is even supposed to do, to shift the whole point away from just academics and toward giving kids the tools they need for a genuinely happy and meaningful life. It's huge. Okay, so to make this happen, the whole curriculum is built on this really fascinating idea. It basically starts by saying, hey, happiness isn't just one thing. It's more like a spectrum of different feelings and experiences. They call it the happiness triad. Think of it like 3 levels of happiness. So, level 1 is momentary happiness. This is the quick, easy stuff you get from your senses, like, eating your favorite candy or watching a funny video. It feels great, but it's gone in a flash. Then there's level 2, deeper happiness. This is the good stuff that comes from relationships, that feeling of trust and love and really connecting with people. It lasts a lot longer. And then at the very top, you have level 3, sustainable happiness. Now this is the real game changer. It's not based on anything outside of you. It comes from within, from a deep sense of understanding yourself, being aware, and having a clear mind. And right there, that's the whole point of the curriculum in a nutshell. It's all about guiding students on a journey, helping them see that, momentary pleasure is nice, but real, lasting happiness, that comes from building up those deeper, more sustainable kinds. It's a huge shift from always looking for happiness out there somewhere to learning how to create it for yourself in here. So that all sounds pretty great in theory, right? But what does it actually look like? In a real classroom with a bunch of 7-year-olds running around. Let's peek inside. Okay, so every single happiness class is basically built on 3 main pillars. First, you've got mindfulness exercises, just to kind of calm everyone down and get them focused. Then they dive into stories, but stories that are all about important values. And finally, they do these really cool interactive activities where they get to explore all these ideas for themselves. And the absolute foundation of all this is this one simple but powerful idea: the difference between being mindful and having your mind full. So being mindful is just being here right now, totally present and aware. But having a mind that's full, that's when your brain is just a mess, cluttered with a million thoughts, worries, and distractions. The whole point of these exercises is to train your brain to go from that mindful chaos to a calm, mindful state. So, how on earth do you teach that to a kid? Well, with really simple, fun exercises. Take this one, for example, called mindful scribbling. All they do is draw whatever they want, but they're told to pay super close attention to everything: the feel of the crayon on the paper, how their hand is moving, even the feeling in their arm. It sounds so simple, right? But it's an amazing way to teach them how to just focus their attention on right here, right now. And those stories and activities, they're not just for killing time or having fun. Every single one is carefully picked to get kids thinking and talking about big ideas, about core human values. They're designed to help them build empathy, to actually try and see the world from someone else's shoes, and to learn how to work together to solve problems. And some of the activities are just so creative. You've got stuff like imaginary ball to build teamwork, or car and driver, which is amazing. One kid is blindfolded and has to completely trust their partner to guide them safely. And that's the key, isn't it? These aren't boring lectures, they are experiences. The kids are actually living these values in the classroom. So when you zoom out, you realize the ultimate goal here is way, way bigger than just the classroom. This is really about planting the seeds for a totally different kind of future. And this is where you see just how ambitious this whole thing is. The idea isn't just to make happier kids. No, it's to raise emotionally aware adults who will then go on to build a better, more harmonious society for everyone. It's this incredible belief that if you can raise a whole generation of people who are self-aware and empathetic, you can literally change the world. And as modern and radical as this sounds, it actually connects back to some of the oldest wisdom we have. I mean, we're talking thousands of years ago. Aristotle said it himself. Happiness isn't some silly extra thing. It's the whole point. It's the meaning and purpose of life. And in the end, this whole experiment really comes down to this one powerful idea, something Mahatma Gandhi said so perfectly. It really leaves us with a huge question to think about, doesn't it? If what we really want is a better, more peaceful world, maybe the classroom and the heart of a child is the most important place to start.